Up here at the SLShop on the 50th anniversary of the 107.
Yeah.
And not only are there a whole load of beautiful 107s, but there's also some lovely 113 Pagodas and some 190 SLs. They all look substantially cleaner than our car, don't they?
Well, some of them do.
What do you think about this one here? On my next video, I may just be buying a car this colour.
I like everything about it. All the
Mm-hmm.
windows,
Yeah.
the door handles.
What about the back light? It looks a bit American, doesn't it?
The backlight, the number plate, everything.
Is there anything you don't
just,
like?
The colour is just
That's Mercedes cream, Grace.
white.
Too white. Okay, what about signal red?
Signal red, we already have like 2 red cars.
Yeah, we do with over-redded cars.
Yeah. There's so many red cars.
What do you think of those funky trousers?
Yes.
It's disgusting.
You arrive at around 3,000 storage costs, and then you add all the costs.
The back with the trickle card, the starting up, the red.
So after this model of car here, Grace, I think this was the longest production model of any car apart from Mercedes G-Wagon. But after that, Grace, came this here. What do you think? Never really took on. You don't like it? These are the R129s, and before the 107 came this. You know,
I like these.
do you like this one here?
Yeah. No.
We've got one of those, haven't we?
I do use it a lot. I shouldn't, but I do use it to work.
This is called the Pagoda.
Yeah, I like this. I like this.
And look, this is the same colour as ours over here.
I like that colour.
Which colour? Green? What about baby blue? This is the same as our one, but we have a red interior, don't we? Then, Grace, after the 129 came this shape here. You like the colour? You like exciting colours. What do you think of this shape here?
Yeah.
They've got a hard top that folds away, which is quite cool. No?
I'm thinking more the classic one.
It's more the
Different
classic.
colours.
What about this one, Grace?
Which one? That one?
Yeah.
Looks more like a racing car.
We could take this one on the track later, maybe. What do you think? Or maybe one of the ones that we've got in the garage we could convert into a little, like Goldilocks. Look, you'd love playing with all those buttons and stuff, wouldn't you? That little steering wheel comes off there.
Yeah, I suppose I like it.
Not for a while.
Right, Grace, what do you think of this one here? That was sitting in a field for 10 years,
What's our car?
rotting away. Yeah, it is. You don't recognise it, do you?
No.
What do you think of this one? This is the one that came before the Pagoda, the 190 SL. Like it? This is a 1950s car.
I like it too, but really.
I quite like these. You're not allowed to open the door, you cheeky little urchin. Should we get one? Kids, yeah. I just met Darren here, and he has got a beautiful SL with a black leather interior. Now, you're not 100% sold on it, are you?
No, don't like the black at all.
But you,
Totally against
the
it.
project car that we're doing is supposed to have a black interior. At the moment it has no interior on it, but this actually looks really nice. And I'm hoping that Darren, when he gets his beige or tan leather, phones me up and sells it to me really nice and cheaply. What do you
Yeah,
reckon?
probably 11 grand or something.
Yeah, 11, that's about SLShop prices. So we're here down at the 50th anniversary. You notice the difference it makes if you actually polish cars, yeah, and clean them. Ours is covered in fly. I quite like the black leather interior. Was it like this when you bought the car?
Yeah, exactly like that, yeah.
They looks really nice, and the reason that we've got the meshiest hair here and everyone else is sort of quite sorted is they've got these things here. So, what was this like when you got it? Pretty good
different
condition?
colours.
Was this a US import? Or
No,
did
not at all.
they always have the indicators here on the 300 SLs?
Yeah, same as that one there.
Oh, I thought that was all just a US thing. Cool, well I'm going to give the black interior a thumbs up. Nice.
Just driving around the SL shop and we're going to drive on a 2-hour drive, which is the furthest this car has ever driven.
Where are we going?
To Mercedes World. It's a beautiful day to do this, and hopefully we don't have any breakdowns.
It's the day after the 50th anniversary of the 107, which we had down at the SLShop in Stratford-upon-Avon, and then afterwards we drove up to Mercedes Benz World in Brooklands. I'm happy to say that this car made it there and back without any problems at all. It's by far the longest journey we've ever done in this car since rebuilding practically everything on it. That's the good news. The bad news is our phone died en route to Mercedes, and we weren't able to capture any footage of the world record for the most SLs in one place or driving around the Mercedes-Benz Brooklands track, which is a shame. As they say, these shames happen. Incidentally, a lot of people, there were about 70 SLs there, and a lot of people commented on these wheels. Some people said nice alloys, and others questioned whether this was actually a pimp mobile. But as I understand it, these fond metal wheels here were a very expensive option that you could have on the SL. This car came with them, we didn't put it on, but the first car I ever owned, which is this 280 SL up here, you will notice has the same fond metal wheels on. They're slightly smaller, but they're definitely an option on Mercedes. While we're up at the SL shop, I was able to pick up some parts that we need for our red project car. This here is the gasket for the boot chrome. Now, we've done a whole video on polishing that boot chrome up. I'm still amazed that it worked so well. That's the gasket we need. The red project car is also missing the boot handle. This is the handle here that you open and close the boot with. Surprisingly enough, most Mercedes parts are horribly expensive, but this part here is reasonable. It's not a genuine Mercedes part, but I didn't think you'd ever know. This is really reasonably priced, and we also need the gasket with it, so we were able to get that. There's not really too much to say about this boot chrome handle, apart from when you put it on, you'll notice that the seal is slightly short, and you kind of have to stretch it and make sure that the chrome actually sits in here, because what you don't want happening is for this seal or gasket to be not fitted on properly, and then you start getting moisture through the screw holes. And then waiting for us when we got home was a parcel from Euro. We're gonna, after we finish the boot, we're gonna move on to the doors. So we've got all the door seals, the switches, and various other bits and pieces, so we'll save that for another video. If you do need a new chrome boot handle, you can get one from the SLShop up here. They're not very expensive, the reproduction ones, £46.87, and the gasket that you need with that is available there. Once again, £3.33, one of the cheapest things you'll probably ever buy for your SL. If you really want to splash out, you can get, I guess, what's the original Mercedes one, £204. Last but not least, if you are ever thinking of getting a pagoda, we may be getting one shortly if our plan comes off. Just check out the price of the boot chrome screws, which are just Phillips machine screws. For the 107, they're 28p each. For the pagoda, they are £1.22 for a screw. Crazy.